the challenges to absorb the Jewish immigration from abroad, the challenge to start from scratch with agriculture, with health services, with educational services, and all of that, as was mentioned before, and I thank you for mentioning it, all of this with external geopolitical challenges of enemies surrounding us, not even having a gateway, a land gateway from our country. In order to leave the country for a visit or for business or for any other reason, an Israeli citizen had to go through either air or sea transportations, no land gateway from Israel at the time. And nowadays, there is some kind of possibility to do this because we have a peace treaty with Jordan and Egypt, but still it is it's pretty hard because what would be the next destination after Jordan and Egypt? If you look at the map, there is almost no gateway, which is a land gateway. And those are our challenges. So we had to develop a defense system, a self-relying, as much as we can, defense establishment, homeland security, anti-terrorism, agriculture, health, education, and we did it. Many reasons brought this to what other people say, and we are gratified to hear this, and we might even agree to some of those qualifications to bring ourselves to a situation in all those fields where we can rely on ourselves, but we also share with others our knowledge and our experience, and we have been doing it for many years in various fields with various countries as part of a relationship, as part of a Jewish value of sharing with others. And with India, we have developed a very, very strong and sound kind of relationship, exemplified, as was mentioned before, in the defense sector, but it's way beyond the defense sector. And we have identified within our own government, our own representation, we have identified a few clusters of activities. Most of them, if not all of them, were mentioned here before. First and foremost, of course, the political, the diplomatic, the bilateral relationship between governments, which at the end or at the beginning of the day sets the tone and the political will to those relationships. But the other clusters upon which we are relying and that we believe that are the puzzle that forms the fabric of our relationship. Together with India, we have identified and we are working on the pillars, on the 7 pillars. Each pillar is a whole world of itself. The pillars are economy, commerce and trade, defense, relationship between the armies, including R&D, HLS, water, energy, and agriculture. I would like specifically to highlight the issue of agriculture. At this stage, it was mentioned that for 3 years I was the head of the Agency for International Development Cooperation, which is an agency which is dedicated since 1958 to the cooperation and the sharing of the Israeli knowledge in education, in rural development, in planning, in crop, post-harvest, what is called the value chain, what is called today food security. And we've been doing it. One of the speakers was speaking and was suggesting some kind of a trilateral cooperation between India and Israel in Africa. I wanted to share with you that on a very different configuration, Israel has been active through this agency in various countries, including in Africa. But this is a different configuration. It is not a cooperation in as much as the cooperation that we have here in India. The relationship in agriculture that we have in India is a very unique and a very special one, and we are very proud. I was very proud to head this agency. I did visit India and a year and a half before I came, and my colleague Yael knows that since I visited India, I decided that this is my next destination. And for 1 minute, I do not regret this decision to have, on a personal basis, India as my next destination, probably as the peak of a career in Israel's diplomacy. And the peak, and I think that the compliment, and thank you, the compliment is for India and Israel, and the merit is for India and Israel, and this is where I'm, as a civil servant, serving these relationship, and I think that you are helping me very much in doing so.